Mad at the world. Orale, amigos. Get with the Holmes. Huh? Pinche way, Holmes. Reporting live straight out of Mexico. Just got back last night. Oh, sorry. I still got the shades on, don't I? Oh, yeah. I forgot. I'm in the U.S. now, ain't I? Orale, Holmes. Let me switch up to English. Cheers. How was your weekend? How was your week? I've been gone. Living in a cocoon opposite of Cancun, where it's never sunny, the dark side of the moon. Been gone since Tuesday, got back Saturday night, man. What a trip. Where do I even begin? Oh, how about the time where we got robbed by federales? Oh, yeah. That's a good one. But I'm going to lead up to that because that wasn't the highlight of the trip. That was one of the highlights. You'll see why soon. But the whole thing was a movie, man. The whole thing was a movie. First off, we get over there. The first thing we do is drink 2 Coronas brought to us by our cab that I set up beforehand from the airport to the hotel. And the hotel that we stayed at was a really dope spot close to Cancun Hotel Zone, which is literally just the most gringo place ever. The Hotel Zone in Cancun, gringo. It's almost like a super ritzy South Beach. Really nice beaches, just everything. We stayed a little bit outside, because I like to be a little dicey. I like to live on the dangerous side, right? Poppy likes to live on the dangerous side a little bit. So we had to go into town a little bit. And it is, where we was at was kind of into town, but there's still a one-way street into an island port. And then ours, there's like a little village there, little pueblo, if you will. And then on the side of the pueblo was our resort, which is an all-inclusive, sorry. I'm getting used to English again, sorry. Lo siento, right? And then we get there. I don't know why I thought this would work, but as soon as we go to check in, I go, hey, so yeah, I mentioned to my travel agent that I wanted an ocean view suite before, so make sure you put us in the ocean suite. And then I just let it sizzle, and I turned my head, right? And then, to my surprise, the guy didn't even say nothing. He was just like, oh, yeah, okay, hold on. And then I was like, oh, my God, this is actually working. And then he turned to me and said, well, I don't see that you were upgraded yet, sir, but if you like, for an extra $300, there is a master condo suite with a 1-bedroom, 2-bath, and wraparound balcony available, ocean view. And I said, oh, yeah, that sounds all right. That sounds fairly doable. Okay, all right, yeah. So you said 300? Okay, US dollars. Yeah, all right. Let me see the room. He showed me the picture of the room, and inside, my heart was just beating like, oh, my God. Is this really happening? We get the joint, $300 more. It's just me and my lady. We went out there for her birthday, right? But it was really my birthday too, baby. I mean, geez Louise. When we walked into the room and see that upgrade, straight up, whole apartment with a kitchen, and it's an all-inclusive, so who's going to cook? But we had one anyways. We had a stove anyways. Full room, master bedroom, and then the balcony had not only a wraparound, but a jacuzzi on it. And that's not even the best part. Okay, because when we get to the other side of the balcony, we see another area of balcony that overlooks the jacuzzi. We're on the 3rd floor, mind you. And then I look back. I'm like, what's behind this? Why is this balcony so large? I look back. It's a whole extra room. It's a whole extra, another whole hotel room with the twin beds together. So they gave us a whole extra room for $300 more and a jacuzzi and ocean view. That's how the trip started. Okay? We could not wait, man. And those type of places, the minutes go by like seconds, right? The all-inclusive food. They had like a hibachi. I had to go to the hibachi first. I needed to see a Mexican doing some Japanese food fusion shit. Right? You have to see that. You have to think. Hey, yeah, baby. That's how this one guy was in DR in one of our all-inclusives when we stayed. I'll never forget him. I went to that all-inclusive back in like 6 years ago, maybe like 5 years ago, and it's still stuck with me. The guy doing the Dominican, yeah, baby. He would say that literally every time he does the trick. Yeah, baby. So I had to see it. I was like, yeah, baby, there in Mexico. And no, there wasn't. But the food was still good. We did the extra lobster on top of the hibachi because we wanted to look cool for the table. And we wanted to eat good our first night. We did the extra lobster. Yes, cost more. $60 to be exact. Yes. Other people were like, oh, you got the lobster? Who got the lobster? You got the lobster. We're the only ones who got the lobster. Yes, it was delicious. Then we partied all night. We drank some tequila. That was the first night. I mean, we went on in the infinity pool. Shit was amazing. Okay, so let's fast forward a little bit. Next day, it's a little rainy, cloudy. We stick to the resort. We have a jacuzzi in our room anyway, so there's no need to fucking go out anyway. Excuse me. I'm still drunk. Fast forward to the next day. We go to Cirque du Soleil. The Cirque du Soleil in Mexico, the whole auditorium and building is an actual stage for the actual show. So that means you, as a audience member, are part of the show because everything is interactive. Things start like moving, things start coming out, like drapes start coming out, neon drapes are behind you. Characters start like coming down the stairs and looking at you and shit. You're just like, what the fuck is going on? Am I part of the show here? It was that, I mean, I highly recommend Cirque du Soleil. Mind you, we didn't find any drugs, and we wanted to find some weed. We wanted to bring in some shrooms. Didn't do that because don't want to go to jail in a foreign country because Brittany Griner, because that's too much. All right, so we figured we'd find some in Cancun. Did not, to our surprise, did not find anything over there in Cancun as far as drugs, weed even. Very, very PG family. Very PG family oriented. Anyways, Cirque du Soleil was cool. The next day we decided to go to a water park. Amazing. But Tulum was right next to the water park. We go to Tulum. Tulum, a whole different experience than Cancun for a couple reasons. Number one, it's an adult vibe. And the drug dealers are waiting at the door of each hotel and restaurant / bar / beach club. Literally. I'm walking in and they're like, okay, how many are with you, sir? And it's all like Europeans and English Mexicans, the type that you see in like novelas and stuff. And novelas like Marisol and La Reina de los Cupidos de Flores, stuff like that, right? Those type of Mexicans. Not the, there's plenty of other of the Mexicans we know and love, the landscapers, the builders, racist, sorry, but that's just true. But they're the ones doing the drug dealing, and they're waiting right there next to the guy or the girl opening, like, taking out their velvet rope. Like, welcome. As soon as you go in, wait, hola, amigos, cocaína, oui, marijuana, cocaína, marijuana. I'm like, do you work here? Why are you? Do you guys see? Is this normal? And yes, it is normal because Tulum is just so modernized for that club atmosphere, but it still has every single trace of third world countryness around it. Meaning you could only stay on that strip of beachland because everything, even one street or two streets inland, it's already, you have like motorcycle or moped people following you, like seeing where you're going and ready to rob you. And there's no street lights anywhere over there. There's no street lights. So there was one point where we like turned into a street just to see if we find parking for a burger joint that we wanted to go to that didn't have a parking lot. So we turned into the street because that's what we usually do and see if we could park. Oh, maybe we could park here behind this abandoned garage looking thing with the broken down truck in front of it. Oh, okay. Maybe not. And then, as soon as we're about to go into one other street in the town, then a moped just came out of nowhere from behind us, and then another car would just like turn on his lights, and so we're like, oh, let's turn around. And mind you, we rented a Kia Forte, which apparently I guess is like a luxury car over there. It did have the sunroof. Oh, sunroof. That's how scared I was. My balls were to my neck. It had a sunroof. It had a sport speed. I don't know. It was a sedan, regular sedan. But I guess that's like a money car. Anyway, we turned around. You got to stay on the beach strip. But there's no sidewalks in Tulum. So it's like Ocean Drive, but with no sidewalk. It almost looked like Thailand. Whenever I look at Thailand and Bangkok and all that, the strip, it's just people walking on the side of the street, and then like just two lanes, one going this way, going that way. Cars just going slowly, like really close together, and then clubs on this side, clubs across the street. These are the clubs with the beach right behind it. Which the beach in Tulum are amazing, and every single hotel, motel there is next level architecture. Is that how you say that? And service / food. It was one of the most dopest third world / makeup by modern architect and service food places I've ever seen in my life. Ever. And yes, we bought weed. Yes, of course we bought weed. And want to know how we bought it? With a credit card. Because we ran out of pesos. That's another thing. As soon as you step down in Mexico, you literally have to tip everyone who even says hello to you. Hola, senor. Where are you going? Oh, you're going to this way? It's right over there. Hola. Literally everyone who you talk to, if they give you some type of advice or direction or even conversation, you have to give them 20 pesos, which is equivalent to $1, which is not bad. But try doing that in a country that you're staying in for a week, a whole country, and everyone's trying. As soon as you get off the plane, where you going? Where you going? Who's picking you up? Who's picking you up? Who's picking you up? We're gonna give you a better offer. Like, oh my God, Jesus. By the third day, I was already like running low on tip money. Not to mention the maid, who of course we had turned down service. We didn't bring shit over there. Only thing I bought, like jewelry wise, was that. Look, I bought this. This is dope. I love this. It's like a yin yang. I bought this for like $50. Anyways, I'm gonna get into the Federale story now. The Federale story is really good. Hold on, let me take a sip. So, anyways, we smoked on the beach, but we wanted to take one home. I'm not gonna lie. We wanted to take a joint home. They were already pre-rolled. And then, by the way, we bought it with a credit card, and we looked at the charges later, and it was like some Juan's Pollo Shack. You know, it was like they charged it. They have a restaurant there or whatever the hell Juan's Pollo Shack is, and I guess the drug dealer who gives the money, like a little tip money to the guy to use their credit card machine, and then the guy gives them the cash. So that's how that works. So they technically do work over there. Shit's crazy. Tulum is untouched, unbothered. When it comes to those tourist areas, Tulum, Cancun, the police and the federales have so much like control over it to keep it safe that it's nobody bothers you as a tourist, except when you're going between towns. And that's where we got caught up. Now, mind you, this is all my fault, most likely. For number one, agreeing to the search, because I didn't search this up later, but at the same time, I was like, let's see where this goes. I'm one of those guys that's like, let's see where this goes. Let's just experience it. So then, sure enough, we get to a checkpoint right before we get to Cancun from Tulum, which is about an hour and a half away. We get to like a DUI checkpoint, their own, which in their way is a shakedown checkpoint. There was two federales there. We turn in, and they were federales. They had big guns. they had big guns taller than them if they turned it sideways, up, right side up. And then he was like, "Hey, can you go over there for a sec? We just want to question you." And I was like, "All right." Like, you drink tequila? And I'm like, "Nope, no tequila, no nothing. I'm good." Mind you, I did look high. And we didn't smoke in the car, but we probably, I don't know. Anyways, he was like, "Oh, you mind if I check?" Now this is how high I was. I forgot I had the weed. That's how high I was, and that's how good the weed was. Yeah, I think that's what it really was. The weed was so good, I forgot I had weed. So I was just like, "Yeah, sure, fuck it. You want to search, bro? Search. What the fuck? You gonna feel and find shit." And sure enough, he fucking found the marijuana, and he was like, "Oh, big trouble. We're gonna have to arrest you, and it's a 36-hour hold." And I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, the weed. Oh fuck, dude, fuck." I'm like, "Sir, what? Come on, let's be honest. Come on, you can't. You're not gonna arrest us for weed. Come on." And he was like, "No, you have to. Weed, this weed." And then he found a big ass knife that I had for my protection. He's like, "No, look at this." He says, "What's this?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, it's a knife." He's like, "Oh, this is too big. This is another 24 hours." I'm like, Jesus Christ. All right, how much is this gonna cost us? And he's like, "Well, how much you got?" And I said, "Bro, I've been tipping everyone who fucking even breathes my way. I only have 200 pesos left." Now, mind you, I didn't bring none of my jewelry. Thank God, because I already knew this is kind of what happens. And he was so pissed, this fucking federale, that he was like, "What? Open your trunk. I know you have more than 200 pesos in here." And I'm like, "Nah, bro, I know I look rich as fuck. I know. Trust me. Trust me. I know I look rich. And I am the richest comedian in Miami. I know. That's what they say. But I don't have any more pesos, sir. Between paying for parking, tipping everybody who says hello, the maid, buying this beautiful yin yang made out of whatever seashell that y'all have over here. I don't have any more pesos, sir. If you want to go to a ATM, we can do that." And he was like, they really shook us down. They really tried to put fear in us. At one point, he was like, "Are you sure you don't have anything else?" And I'm like, "I'm sure." He's like, Why are you scared? You scared? You trembling? Look at you trembling." I said, "I ain't trembling." I went on like this, which in a way, it might have pissed him off a little more because I did this of the exact height of his stature. But I didn't mean it. I just meant to show him that I'm not trembling. I'm like, "I ain't trembling. Look." And then he was like, "All right, well, let's just let him go. Be careful next time." And here's the best part. And this is why I know it was a shakedown, because they didn't even take the weed or the knife. We just kept going. Bomb. And we were like 8 minutes away from the hotel, which is a fucked up part of it. But like, the most dangerous part of this whole Mexican experience was the police. Yo, my girl was tripping. She wasn't tripping, but she really thought they were gonna take me to Mexican jail, which I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm gonna be the biggest motherfucker in that shit, and I'm sure there's probably gonna be like a bunch of other Europeans who living off the grid and who live in Tulum now, who probably, been in jail 5, 6, 7, 8 times there. I'm gonna have some good conversation. So in my mind, I was already like, this ain't gonna be all that bad, bro. This fucking, I don't got no jury. What the fuck what are they gonna get? Waste my time? It would have been a major inconvenience, but it just would have been another story to tell. But my girl was not scared, but worried. She's like, "No, we don't have anything else, please." And I'm like, "Yo, babe, chill out. It was one of those like the movie Blow. Remember when Johnny Depp? Well, except that she didn't try to get me arrested. She was trying to help me not get arrested. I was like, "Yo, relax." She's like, "Come on, you guys can search me. Go ahead." I'm like, they can't search you. Now you're gonna make me really go to jail for something serious if one of these fucking Mexicans put their hands on you trying to cop a feel. Shit was fun though, man. And then we just got back to the hotel. We turned on the jacuzzi. Oh, we ate real quick, and then we smoked a mota in our jacuzzi on the balcony, which was, let me tell you, there's so much that we did. I swam with dolphins. Listen, I don't want to keep going. I don't want to sound like I'm bragging. I'm just still there in my mind. I'm just letting you know, if you ever have a chance to go to Mexico, do it, but bring tip money for everyone, including the police, because they already know the deal. They don't want to arrest tourists, but they're the only workers in Mexico that don't get tips, to be honest. So I kind of got it. Like afterwards, I was like, I get it. I mean, mind you, you would think that they're getting paid good pesos, right? I don't think they do. I think they're underappreciated because, the cartels have them under control. I don't know. I try not to get into the cartel business theories or anything. All I know is that Mexico's dope. It's super safe. If you want to go with your family, you go to Cancun, stay in Cancun. Unless you want to go to Tulum and find some drugs and pay for drugs with credit cards. But if you go to Tulum for that reason and for dope EDM and nightlife, stay in Tulum. Don't drive into Tulum and think you're going to drive back peacefully to wherever the fuck else you're staying in Cancun, because you're not. It's not happening. You're going to get shaken down. It is kind of dicey over there, but not in a crazy way. Tourism is still the moneymaker over there. They need us. They kind of like us. But I would highly recommend it, man. Next time I go, I'm staying in Tulum next time, I think. Shit was so crazy. It was. I jumped off a cliff for the first time. I have a video of it, but it looks like I jumped off of a ledge from that video. I should have took the phone with me just to show you how high it was. It was almost like jumping off of a building or some shit. All right? But my large body from the angle that was taken from underneath looked like I jumped off of a step. It wasn't, okay? Now, my girl will say that it took me a long time to jump, right? She's going to say that lie, right? She's going to say that 3 other women jumped before me before I built up the nerve to jump myself. That's a lie, okay? I was letting ladies go first, like a true caballero. So that's a lie, right? And then I jumped with the courage of a caballero. That's just the way it happened. Did I yell? Yes, but it was to warn everyone around the circumference of the splash zone that I am arriving. It wasn't high pitched. It wasn't nothing. It was just a, watch out. It was that. But that was me, watch out. Straight courage. Straight courage. That's all. That's all I know. Thank you. Anyways. What's been going on over here in the States? I don't give a shit. There was this one old couple over there who, they were cool, but the lady just started, like, she came out to us. I was wearing my shirt. I forgot the brand of it, but it's the angel with the broken wing, and he's like walking around with a cane or with a crutch. What's that brand called? I don't know. I found it in Saks. It's somewhere off Saks. Anyways, so it has an emblem there of the angel with the broken wing walking with a crutch. And she walks up to me, elderly white lady from Los Angeles, and says, "Hola, buenas. ¿Y por qué tu pullover tiene ese angelito así caminando con el crutch?" She actually spoke better Spanish than me. I ain't gonna lie. But anyways, and I'm just eating their breakfast. I was like, and in my mind, there's 2 ways to answer this. The polite way, to just keep the small talk going and get her away from me while I continue with my mimosas and eggs and handling this hangover, or the real reason, which I relate to it a lot. I'm not going to tell you why, but whatever. Just know that I chose the first option. I said, oh, well, maybe the angel was born with a broken wing, but it still feels like an angel that wants to get around. It might not be able to fly, but what does that make it? A useless angel? I said this in Spanish. And she's like, oh, okay, bueno. Where are you guys from? ¿De dónde eres? And I said, well, we're from Miami. And she's like, oh, Florida. Oh, bueno, no vamos a gustarle. She said, basically said that you don't agree with the Florida politics though, right? Right? I'm like, lady, I don't even remember American politics at all while I've been here. I haven't thought about it once. And she's like, oh, really good. That's a great idea. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Alrighty. Take care. And then she left with her husband, who looked like, no lie, the husband looked like that old professor in Jurassic Park from like the first ones. Looked just like that. Anyways, we saw him again at breakfast again, actually, another day. And I was like, hey, you guys still here? Cool. Hey, well, it was nice meeting you guys. We're out. We're leaving tomorrow. And she's like, yeah. And then her husband wanted to get a little shy. And he was like, all right, yeah, go back to work and pay for my Social Security. Go Florida. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, these guys are dying to talk politics. Oh, God. I found that funny as shit. Other than that, we didn't make any other new friends. Well, we made a few friends, but in those type of places, you don't want to get tied down to any friends, any other people. You don't want to like, I don't know. That's just me. I don't like, if I meet you here one day at the jacuzzi here, cool, and we have a good time. Let's take shots, free shots. There's all-inclusive drinks and food. They come up to you at the bar, at the ocean, and not the ocean, the pool, whatever. But if I see you the next day, I don't even remember who you are. There's a good chance I will not remember who you are. And if it does come back to me, who gives a shit? You go this way, I go that way, unless we find each other again together wherever the hell we decided to be at that moment. Am I the only one? That's the type of thinking that I got from a cruise ship too, because when you're in a cruise ship, you're stuck with the people. At least at a resort, you get to leave if you want to rent a car. With a cruise ship, you're stuck with the people. What, you're going to make friends the first night just because you're drunk, and then the next day you meet up at brunch and realize how much of a fucking asshole they are, or how lame they are, or there's some other type of reason or intention, and then you got to be stuck with them, and now you're hanging out and like making little plans together on the same vacation together. No, that's why we went there ourselves, and we're gonna stay ourselves. And the next day we find each other in St. Cloud. Hey, my God, hey, fucking Minnesota. Oh, Miami. Shot. Fine. But if it's not under those circumstances, we ain't planning nothing together. Don't tell, hey, tomorrow we should meet up at the fucking turtle nest and snorkel with the fucking crabs. No, I don't want to. No. I'll say, okay, yeah, let's just see. That's what I say. I'll just to be polite. I'll be, yeah, for sure. My girl getting Instagrams and shit. What? Don't get their Then you get their Instagram and it's just like, all right, I guess, they're nice people, I guess. Fine. I guess I'm following people that I most likely will never see again. Okay. Just because we had that one time. All right. It's cool. I get it. But whatever. But yeah, man, that was cool. Mexico, not cross it off the list. I'm actually going to go back as soon as humanly possible. But I want to check out some other spots. I mean, there's other dicier places, but I just wanted to go into the not the Mickey Mouse area of Mexico. I'm not going to call it that because even that was kind of like Tulum is like, It's real shit, man. Tulum is real shit. You could either be in a really beautiful area or getting robbed by locals on the next. Um, but it's still kind of catered to tourists. Okay, so the west side of Mexico, Jalisco, and it's another beautiful area. Tijuana, of course, is infamous, but I don't care too much about Tijuana. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go back, man. That place is so dope, and now I have it on my world list. Travel, man, because Poppy loves to travel. Poppy loves to. There's two things that surprise people about Poppy. Okay, number one is that how much I call myself Poppy. Okay, I'm cocky. Just like Future said, just don't call me Big Poppy. I get big cocky. Big Molly, make my wrists rocky. Bring the money on a big dolly. I'm a millionaire from freestyling. Anyways. Number two, that I have degrees, or I went to college, finished college. Fuck you if you think, wow, you did? You went to school? Yes, I did. Fuck yourself if you think that. But yeah, I did get my associates. Good enough. In film technology, in case you're curious. And then number three, how much I've traveled in the world. I'm at a new office where the owner of the office recently came back from Europe, and I'm like, yeah, cool, man. What was your favorite part? He's like, I loved Paris, man. Paris was dope. And I'm like, yeah, Paris is really dope. It's my favorite place. Anyways, let's have a good day. And then he's like, wait, you been out there? He didn't say it so surprised, but he said, oh, you been out there? And I'm like, yeah, twice. And he's like, yo, cool. Where have you been? Told him, baby. Germany twice. Paris, Prague, Swiss Alps, Davos to be exact. I feel like I'm missing one. I did the Autobahn, that highway that Hitler made that has no speed limit. You just fucking, and it goes across like 3 countries, Austria and all that. And Germany twice. Munich, Dusseldorf, Bavaria, a bunch of places, man. And now this was my first time in Mexico, and I'm definitely going back, man. And it's only an hour away, really. It's only an hour away from Miami. That's incredible. Anyway, what's been going on over here? Kanye still doing a lot of shit. Kanye hates Jews now, I guess. I came back and I hear Kanye hates Jews. I've been calling him Cray Ye. He changed his name to Ye now. Cray Ye. He's just crazy now. What do you want people to do? It's not even a joke anymore, man. The guy's batshit crazy. He can't wait for 2024. You seen his hat that says 2024? He can't wait. All these Trump supporters cannot wait till 2024 to re-emerge to the craziness of their Lord and Savior. Man. He can't wait. But now he's going against the Jews. That's not a good look, Kanye. Or Ye, whatever the fuck. Kanye. This guy's Conye. Kanye. Because it's not the same Kanye that we all know and love. He's going after the Jews. He hates Jews. DEFCON 4, the Jews. Listen, there's nothing wrong with the Jews. Leave the Jews alone. Okay? You know why I love the Jews? Because they don't try to recruit anybody. You got to be born chosen. If you're not, they're not going to knock on your door on a Sunday morning preaching about Moses. They're not going to do that. You've never seen that in your life with Jews just knocking on doors Sunday morning. Hey, can we talk about Moses a little bit? You're never going to hear that. Matter of fact, to become a Jew, you know what it takes to become a Jew? It's worse than the mafia. You have to know somebody. You got to be in the synagogue for a year straight. Talk to a rabbi. get your dick chopped off a little bit. I don't know. I didn't get that far. I dated an Israeli chick one time. It's very hard, is what I'm saying. Leave them alone. They don't mess. They don't. Yeah, sure. They have characteristics that it's commonplace in their culture as far as business and money. But then again, who doesn't have their own characteristics when it comes to business and money? You can easily say the same thing about Patels and Indians. Now y'all gonna get me canceled now. Before I even start, they hold on to their money fucking tighter than their balls. You know what I mean? Every single one of them have their characteristics about money. Jews hate themselves. They not hate, but they don't even rock with each other like that. The Israeli Jews don't like the American Jews, and the American Jews don't like the Hasidic Jews, and the Hasidic Jews don't like any of the Jews. They all think they're the best kind of Jew. Leave the Jews alone, man. They're fine. Yay. The only thing I do get about his crazy rant, which in his mind is the only way to portray this message, but it's about ownership. Yes, ownership is a big, big, big thing. Yes, other people have been capitalizing on works of other ethnic groups, creative-wise, for ages. As far as ownership, you could say about NWA, you could say about even some, the banking, where I don't know. Just let's keep it art. Let's keep it art. NWA and that's a known fact. But there's a better way to. I mean, Jay-Z's been doing it. Jay-Z said a couple things in the songs like, "Yo, ever wonder why Jewish people own up all the real estate? Money." What was that song? I forgot. The Story of OJ. Dumbo. I could have bought a place in Dumbo for $3 million back in 2012. Now guess how much it costs? $20 million. Dumbo. Remember that song? He mentioned a song about Jews. He didn't say fuck them. There's ways to go about ownership. I don't know. He has a large following though, doesn't he? Like when Ye say something. That's the thing about these celebrities. They could literally start cults, and they know this. And some of them have covertly. Kanye is one of the ones who've gotten really close to just making it a reality as far as a cult. He had his Sunday services, performing, and not even a church. He performed outside with all his music and remember that time he was like doing the drums? Yeah, yeah. It looked dope. It really did look dope. But that's kind of a cult, but he still kept it as far as God. But here's why I don't believe all that God stuff when it comes to Ye or Kanye, whatever the hell. Number one, he did that right after he dissed Drake. He kept a crew of like 30 orchestra singers around him at all times, traveling with the Sunday service. If you're scared, go to church. That's what he did. He messed with the champagne. Then he went to church while the whole beef was going on with Pusha and all that. Number two, he still does it to this day. Kanye, what do you think God's going to ask you, Kanye? Oh, I got a question for God, actually. When I see God, I'm going to ask him, why you make everyone think I was crazy? And then God's going to say, okay, stop right there. Stop right there. The question was only about what would you ask God or whatever it was. The question wasn't for you to say what God would answer. That's how I know that this guy really thinks he's God. Now, I love Kanye just as much as anybody who first started with Kanye, which I was. I was in high school with Kanye. No one loves him more than me, even the biggest fanatic. Okay, that's a fact. But I love him in a way that he could be my brother. If my brother was acting out this way and didn't tell me specifically, which is the only shred of hope I have left. Like if I did know Kanye, he's like, yo, bro, listen, I'm only doing this because I want to bring attention to ownership and, blah, blah, blah. Not really for hate on the Jews. I'd be like, bro, this is really crazy, but if you feel this is what you want to do and how you want to do it, I get it now because you're telling me. You don't owe me, but I get it. All right, well, bro, just be careful, like we don't want to hurt. We have a lot of Jewish friends. We don't want to hurt them thinking, if it was something like that, it's my only shred of hope that I have for Kanye left. But nobody loves Kanye more than me. But this Ye fuck, I could tell you, even before this, there's things I don't condone. And I'm not going to condone it just because he's fucking Kanye West. He could suck my dick. No. I'm not a fucking yes man, never will be to anybody. Even my biggest idol. But anyways, yeah, this shit is true, man. So he fucking let's see what he said. He said look at this.
Heaven, I get to talk to God. I finally go to heaven, I get to talk to God. I'm gonna say, why did you let all these people think I was so crazy? And God is gonna say, well, it was a camouflage. I was protecting you.
How do you know that, fuckhead? How do you know that, what he's going to say? If you think you know that's what he's going to say, then that's not your question for God then, is it? I should have stayed in Cancun. Who gives a shit, right? I saw another video of some weirdo in Paris trying to sniff Kim Kardashian's ass as she walked by. In Mexico, I didn't think or care to see any of that. Listen, the moral of this story, of this fucking podcast right now, let me tell you, if you reached this far, thank you, number one, for watching. But number two, the moral of the story is to fucking travel, my guy or girl. Travel, travel, travel. Get worldly, okay? Get worldly, get cultured, if you will, whatever the fuck. I don't want to sound bougie. What I'm saying is once you travel, all this other shit becomes like nonsense. You see right through the bullshit of like, what a waste of attention span this is. Why am I giving a fuck? Or even care? That's how bored people are. That's how bored we are. I'm not going to say people. I'm going to say we. That's the shit that they give us to fucking watch, man. It's unbelievable, bro. It's fucking unbelievable. Anyways, if you're watching this, travel as much as you can. Don't let nothing stop you. Not a job, not no kid. Bring kids with you. Bring the kids with you. Don't let nothing stop you. Travel. You're going to see how fucking small the goddamn country is. The world is, let alone the goddamn country you're in, is in your mind. Travel. I don't even give a shit about anything in the States right now. Matter of fact, I'm going back to Cancun right here. Look, boom. I'm in Cancun. Look, with that thing, the thing that they use in The Sopranos with the, it looked like a car sunblocker for the windshield, just like this. That's where I'm at right now, okay? When it comes to all this other shit that I should be talking about for my podcast to try to get clicks and shit, fuck it. I did miss comedy. That's the only thing I did miss, even though I was like killing with the Mexicans. I did a couple jokes in Spanish. All the restaurants sound like a novela. Marisol Flor de Hacienda en Los Flores. Like, what is that? Oh, it's a taco spot. Okay. Call it Guadalupe's Taco Spot. Hacienda Flores Burritos de Sanadorios. What do they sell there? Burritos. Oh, okay. Name it Maria's Burrito Spot. Even though it sounds like a whorehouse. No whores over there, mind you. Maybe in Tulum there might have been a few, but no like streetwalkers because I don't know. Can you think of like the baddest Mexican like as a streetwalker down Tulum in a place where it just has a bunch of European and American fucking bad bitches getting flown out by themselves, right? Hold on, let me take out the shades for this. By themselves to Tulum. The fucking bad bitches getting flown out and they're by themselves in Tulum. That's how they post their pictures, right? They're just in Tulum like this, like, Tulum. I'm like, who you there with? I gotta be here with somebody. Because I know you're broke. That's how I know. Show you sugar daddy. But anyways, yeah. All the locals there are literally like real third country looking. There's a few that look like they're from Mexico City. I'm sure Mexico has a bunch of beautiful women, but I'm talking about like the third world type of people. They don't give a fuck about fashion. They don't give a fuck. The plumper they are, the healthier. None of them are gonna be street walking up and down Tulum trying to get a fucking $100 peso or 100 pesos. Wow, $100 peso. Retarded. 100 pesos from tourists. Maybe. I don't know. But anyways, it's not like Bangkok is what I'm saying. Even though I've never been to Bangkok. That's another one on my bucket list. Go to Phuket. Thailand has a city called Phuket. Which is how I look, right? Sit up, motherfucker. Anyways, guys, I gotta wrap this up. I gotta land this plane. Speaking of planes, shout out to Spirit. I know everyone hates Spirit or pretends to hate Spirit. But them shits was dope. For like quick hour flights, they got those Airbus A321s. Oh my God. The way that shit just blocks the turbulence, bar none. I fly back JetBlue. More technology, sure. I get to charge my phone, free Wi-Fi, cool. But A320 planes, I mean, those are cool too. You just feel the turbulence a little more. I'm a big turbulence guy. Like if I feel turbulence, I start praying to 8 different gods I don't believe in necessarily. Am I the only one? I don't know. Anyways, shout out to Spirit. And shout out to you guys, man. I'm back in the mix of things, about to make some money for this end of the year. Travel is the moral of the story. And cheers to this week coming up. And if you're listening, thank you once again. I'm going to keep trying to pump these out every week. I feel good. Thank God for another day. Thank God for another week. And Viva Mexico. And see you next time. Man of the world. Orale!